A lot of people think that if a debt collector calls, they have to automatically pay. That is not true. Under federal law, a lot of what debt collectors do is illegal. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 red flags that turn a collection into an illegal collection, and how to hit pause with a physical letter, not a website form. Check it out. There are 2 main laws that come into play when we're concerning debt collectors. The first law is the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. This tells the debt collectors what they can and cannot do when attempting to collect a debt from you. The second law is the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. This tells them what they can and cannot report about you to the credit reporting agencies. We're not guessing. We're going to go through these exact violations. Okay, the first law is 15 USC 1692D of the FDCPA. If they call you over and over to annoy or harass you, use profanity or threats, call super early in the morning or late at night, like before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. your time, without your permission, that falls under 15 USC 1692D, harassment and abuse. If they blow up your phone 10 times a day after you told them to stop, you're not just dealing with a bill, you're dealing with a law violation. Remember, 15 USC 1692D equals no harassment. The second law is 15 USC 1692E, false and misleading representations. This section makes it illegal for a collector to use any false, deceptive, or misleading statement when collecting. That includes lying about how much you owe, lying about who owns the debt, saying they're going to sue you when they have no plans, pretending to be an attorney or a government agency when they're not. So if a collector sends a letter that looks like it's from a court when it's not, that is deception. That's false and misleading. If they add mystery fees that weren't in your original contract and aren't allowed by state, that's a violation of 15 USC 1692F, unfair practices. So remember, 15 USC 1692E means no lies. The third law is 15 USC 1692G, validation of debts. When a collector first contacts you in writing, they have to send a validation notice, the amount of the debt, the name of the creditor, and your right to dispute within 30 days. If you dispute in writing within 30 days, they must stop collecting. They must not resume until they mail you verification of the debt. If they keep calling and demanding money without validating after your timely dispute, that's illegal under 15 USC 1692G. If you send a written dispute letter within 30 days and they just ignore it and keep reporting and demanding payment, that's just rude. That's a federal violation. Remember that. Remember, 15 USC 1692G means validate or stop. The fourth law is 15 USC 1692CB, communication with third parties. Collectors are very limited in who they can talk to about your debt. In general, they can't tell your boss about your debt, call your family and neighbors to discuss your debt, leave voicemails that reveal debt details where others can hear. That's third-party disclosure. And under 15 USC 1692 CB, it's restricted. Debt collectors cannot do it. So, for example, if your coworker says, "Hey, a collector called here asking about your debt," that's a huge red flag. That's exactly the kind of thing this law is designed to prevent. Remember, 15 USC 1692 CB means no communication. The fifth law is in the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2, responsibilities of furnishers. So it's not just about phone calls and letters, right? When a collector reports to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they become a furnisher of that information under the FCRA, and they're now governed by the FCRA. Under 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2A, they're not supposed to report information they know or should know is inaccurate. Under 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2B, once you dispute to the Bureau, they have to investigate and correct or delete the data that cannot be verified. If you keep reporting a debt and they cannot validate, or they ignore obvious errors after a dispute, now they're in FCA violation territory. Remember, with the FCRA, it means no fake data. Okay, so now we've determined that these debt collectors are in violation of the FDCPA and the FCRA. So remember this four-step process. 1, get the collection letter and pull your credit report. Make notes of who these collectors are and of the negative information that's being reported on your credit report. 2, you're going to send a written dispute and a validation request. Under 15 U.S.C. 1692G, you're going to request that these debt collectors validate your debt. 3, if they violate, document everything. Record phone calls. Take screenshots of times they call. Get third parties to document these companies calling your business. Document everything. And then 4, you want to dispute the reporting with the bureaus. That means Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. If a collector is contacting you, that doesn't automatically mean that they're right and you are wrong. The moment they start harassing, lying, ignoring your validation rights, or reporting unverifiable information, they cross the line from collection into illegal collection. If you're interested in learning more about your rights as a consumer, text Credit Repair 458-658-9319. Again, text Credit Repair to 458-658-9319. Get protected. Take the next step. Learn this stuff in and out. It's a game changer to your success. Salud.